Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another GeoGuessr video. Back on the road to number one again. We're a bit higher up from where we last left off. So today we're starting at 1910. And we'll get into the big announcement now. Might as well. As you guys know, there is an open major qualification going on, and I've applied for that and gotten in, and I've confirmed my participation in the open major. So big news there. No real surprise, I guess, from me. I think a few of you expected me to compete in the qualification process, so we'll see how that goes. I believe the process is based off of your ELO rating. And let me actually pull up the ELO stuff here, and we'll see how we can get points, and we'll go over it real quick before we hop into some games. All right, so got the rulebook open here. So player eligibility, all that stuff. No bans, of course, in the last 12 months, which should not be a problem. And here we go. Throughout the course of 4 weeks, April 7th to May 4th, participating players will play the regular GeoGuessr competitive solo duels game mode. At the end of each UTC calendar week, players will be awarded points based on their rating. In order to enter the leaderboard in a certain week, the user has to play at least 10 games. So I think this is a good change because, I mean, it's a step in the positive direction, because the last time they had like an open qualifier format like this, people were just kind of sitting their ELO at the top and not really moving. They only played one game to kind of refresh their thing on the leaderboard, and yeah, I think the 10 games minimum is a decent change for this. As you can see, 1 through 15, you get points based off of how you are relative to the other participating players, essentially. So, in terms of tiebreakers, when the players in the group have the same amount of points, we decide who's ahead by looking at their average health left in duels. So, it is important to obviously, win dominantly, but I feel like there's not going to be a lot of instances in which the points are really going to line up 1-to-1, but you never know in that case. So it is important to be locked in for every round, essentially. So the 16 players who gathered the most total points in the above system qualify for an online open majors tournament taking place June 27th to the 29th. And the tournament operators reserve the right to deviate from strictly qualifying the top 16 players. So we'll see if there's controversy or anything like that. Wouldn't be surprised with how it usually goes, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, tournament, all that. We can get into that later on. We, of course, have to make it there first. So with this road to number one, my goal is to try to set a good baseline for myself before the competition kind of starts. So maybe getting up to 2K would be a nice goal. I definitely play better when I'm not recording videos. And definitely more of an NMPZ player than a no-move player, but I do queue both just to get a lowered queue time. Yeah, I think I lock in a little bit better when I can just like kind of mumble to myself under my breath and kind of just talk to myself. So without further ado, we'll hop into the NMPZ and no-move streets here. And yeah, enough yapping for me. I'll see you guys when we find our first opponent here. All right, we do get a game here, and it's a World League player, Anu. From Japan, of course, 1746 ELO. It is going to be no move, which is obviously not the preferred game mode, but we will try our best here. The no move map is something that I've complained about in the past. I think there's too much weight on large countries, but everybody has a differing view on how the map should work, and essentially trying to figure out what the best way to balance the map is. And my personal opinion is, just because it's a bigger country, I don't feel like it should have a huge amount of locations compared to other things. But there's a lot of people that definitely disagree with that sentiment. So maybe I'm in the minority, maybe I'm in the majority there. I don't know. But it was, in fact, Iowa there, right on the Minnesota border. We do pick up some points for getting the right state. I just realized we're in the bad UI. I forgot to do the matchmaking trick, but doesn't seem too laggy right now, as we're in Italy here with that concrete pole. Architecture looks quite alpine. We have some big mountains here, and we're looking at a huge mountain there to our east. First thought was something up in here, like Dolomite Mountains adjacent area. We'll try this. Obviously, that is also a consideration. It was actually looking at something around Dies Iseo there. But yeah, that is going to be some points for Anu, and we'll move into round 3. This is not. I don't know if this is preferred against Anu, as they are, of course, Japanese. Me being Japanese myself, but Japanese American. We have the numbering underneath, which I forget which one that is. I think it should be either Shugoku or Shikoku. At least in this instance, right? Looking at it, I think so. We do have a good amount of red roofs. A handful of them at least. And I can't really see the plate. I don't think it's rounded though. So I guess I'm ruling out Chubu. It could be Tokyo though, right? Could it be? I guess it could be. I'm surprised that they're taking a long time. They might be looking for a 5K potentially, which can be a little bit scary. I don't know. I don't think the lettering strikes me as that, so I will be going like Fukuyama or something. It was all the way down here in Shimonoseki. Nice guess by them. I mean, we are in the right region because this is still Chugoku, but was as close to Kyushu as possible, which is a little bit unfortunate as we move into a Brazil, and they are insta-sending this one, which is kind of scary. It does remind me of this stuff that you would get in northwestern Minas, Bahia, kind of tri-point area, so I'm going to try this. And it was just Tocantins there. Nice guess by them. Luckily, that was on no multis, but we do lose 1,000 points for that. Yeah, this kind of area kind of looks quite similar as we hop into a Chile round with like weird Spanish style bollards. Very cool round. Can't say I know the road though, but it looks quite southern to me. So I will probably be pushing a bit more down. See, the map's already laggy, man. I'll probably be dropping it somewhere down here. Like, it looks quite south to me. I guess it could be more north, but we have some big mountains and very low tree line here. So I think it's quite reasonable to assume that we're a bit more south than we are. On this road here, yeah, probably findable, theoretically, but just to know where to scan. I didn't want to waste a ton of time there. Let's move into round 6. Quick damage in Kazakhstan, which I've already expressed on Zigzag's video that it is one of my least favorite countries in the game. But we'll see how this one goes, as we have an interesting hill there. I don't immediately know this, which is concerning. I would have thought something here, but I'm a bit scared. We had a mountain there, which was kind of throwing me off. I guess we were looking at these hills here. I guess it was autumn. It's hard for me to read the season sometimes, guys, and that's kind of an issue. But it's okay. We can still win this game, of course. All it takes is a little bit of a multi-merchant, as we do get a South Africa here. Looks like we got a ridge to our southwest, which is quite interesting. I would have just went around Joburg, personally. There are some ridges to the western part and the eastern part, so we'll just drop it there. It was northeast. We're looking at this ridge here, I guess. But we're alive. That's all that matters in this situation. We're moving to 3x damage, around 8. In India, yeah, see, I mean, this doesn't really suit my playstyle, I guess. We have a lot of coconut palms. I wanted to go Tamil Nadu here, but I can't tell what language that would be there. So I'm a bit worried, but I definitely thought this area initially, so we'll see. It was down here, and that is actually game. That feels bad, but The Indian region guessing pays off, so I'm quite happy about that. Dang, that takes so long to load. All right, well, let's check out the breakdown here real quick. Anything that I really wanted to look at. Iowa, no. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you just got a southern vibe here. I guess it makes sense. Like, you can theoretically assume that the water is to our east here because we don't see more buildings on the skyline past, like, this building here. Or mountains or anything like that. So I guess that does make sense. And yeah, it feels a little bit bad to get the multi-merchant there, which, I mean, this road I should be getting probably. This is the one that kind of a devious angle, but yeah, it's definitely autumn coverage, especially with these. I think the mountains are what threw me off, and it was like made me go south, but probably just an absolute troll from me. There's no way it said that on the sign. All right, well, let's queue up again. I'm actually going to do the / matchmaking thing. So I will cut to that and see you guys when I do. All right, we're in queue here. Looks like it's going to take a bit, so I'll see you guys when I find an opponent. All right, we do get a game here, and it's against Pyromaniac. Not familiar with this player. I don't think I've ever played this player before. So we'll see how this one goes. We do have a hybrid Cambodian ladder pole here. Usually, I mean, it's rounded, but it also has the ladder in it, which is kind of interesting. Not seen that one before. It's actually northeast. I feel like I struggle to differentiate between southwest and northeast, but it only ends up being 341 points. Which is fine. Round 2. We hop into a little bit of Ukraine. It looks quite south. We do have sunflowers here. Angle is somewhat southwest. Certainly could have considered this road here. I'm going to do it. Okay, it was close enough. This angle works a bit better, but we do get that southern vibe. Sunflower is pretty common around like the south of Kryvyi Rih and Mykolaiv and stuff like that. Hopping around 3 in Brazil, which, if our opponent is Brazilian, not great for us. Rounded poles everywhere. I don't think that really tells us anything. We do have supports, though, which theoretically shouldn't push me. I don't really have a good vibe here. Like, I could have thought Para, maybe, but that's, I don't know. All right, well, it was the exact opposite side, and it was Mato Grosso do Sul. Sure, 500 points, no big deal. We move it around 4 in Iceland, and we have a big river to the south here. Can't see what the car color is, unfortunately, but most of the hills are to my north, so I would assume we're somewhere up here. I don't know. We'll try this. Something like that. We'll see where it is. It was actually all the way here, and this river makes a lot of sense. Not correctly mapped, but all good nonetheless. We'll move into round 5, 1.5x damage now. In Russia was my thought. As for where, we do have these little, like, Christmas trees. Not the easiest round here, I'd say. I hope we don't lose here on 1.5x damage, but I think the default click would just be somewhere in Ivanovo, Vladimir, Nizhny Novgorod, but we'll try it. It was actually Urals there, so I guess we could have hedged that a bit more. They end up going Kazan, but yeah, it was Chelyabinsk. I don't move in around 6. I guess the soil was quite dark, which could make sense for that area. And we get this round, which I'm not sure on the country again. My immediate thought was Turkey, but I could see Spain as well. I guess Sign. Sign is quite weird. I think I'm. I think I'm gonna go Turkey here. But I think it could just be Spain, which is very scary. It was Turkey, but it was Çorum. I didn't really get that vibe. Okay, sure. I mean, makes sense, but I certainly didn't pick up on that. All right, we got a France here with this pole top. Shouldn't be Belgium, right? So does kind of look slightly Belgian, though. I will push it up a bit closer to Paris. Okay, it was Belgian looking for a reason. We do pick up some points there, 1,015, and we move into round 8, triple damage. In Brazil, with the ladder pull here, I wish I could see if we had a support or not. It kind of reminds me of, like, South Bahia stuff, but, like, also Espirito Santo is possible. We're looking west, we don't see big mountains, though, which scares me a little bit. It definitely feels more coastal to me, because it's so vibrant and green. And with these rolling hills, do you ever go something like out here, ever? Yeah, I'm trying to think about it. I'm just gonna go here, I guess. I'm a little bit worried, but we'll see. Okay, we clicked the same place. It was Southern Bahia. So, I mean, my vibe was good there, but hard to commit. I guess that makes sense. We were looking west and we couldn't see any big mountains, so maybe Espirito Santo in most cases is quite out of the question, especially with those rolling hills, because we weren't in the flat parts of Espirito Santo. We move into this round, which, I would quite possibly assume it's North India. Do you go Tinsukia here, or do you go, like, somewhere up in Meghalaya, yeah. Like Schlong or something like that. I'm trying to get a good vibe for the houses. I think Tinsukia is more reasonable. Or sorry, Shimla? Wait, what is Tinsukia? What did I just say? Oh, it's here. Okay, I think Shimla is more reasonable is what I meant to say. But I could see this being some intermediate style hills, I guess. Alright, we're gonna ball. Okay, it was Shimla adjacent in Dehradun, but we pick up 539 for that. Our opponent is playing quite well as well. Round 10, quad damage. In what looks like Argentina, yes, I think. Pull certainly fits. As for where, though? I'm not very good at Gen 4 Argentina. If it is Arge. I mean, it looks like Arge. I really don't know where to go here. Which is the issue. Angle-wise, it's slightly off, but I don't think it fits for the angles that you would get in Rosario. I mean, maybe. It's possible. But I think it's a bit less angled than that, so I guess I'm just hedging here. And hoping for the best. You have some corn. I don't know. Hey, it was closer to BA there. Which is fair enough. We don't lose. Which is fine, 696 points. And we'll hop into round 11, 4.5x damage now. In Australia, and as for where, my initial thought was Vic, but could we ever be in Canberra? Which is what worries me a little bit. Can't really see the plates, unfortunately, which is a bit tough. I could certainly see Canberra here. But I think I will just go like Vic Burbs somewhere. Where you can get some hills like this. Yep, we're trying it. Melbourne Burbs, rather. If it's Canberra and they get Canberra, obviously we lose. But I think we gotta commit on a 4.5x damage, allegedly. Could be Sydney as well. It was just Melbourne Burbs. Nice. We'll take it. We'll take the 238. Our opponent getting it as well, though, unfortunately. Round 12. 5x damage now. In South Korea, I will just be clicking Seoul here. If it ends up being Busan and they end up guessing Busan and getting it right, then that is quite unfortunate. But yeah, just ends up being Anyang there. And we'll move in around 13. 5.5x damage. In Australia again. And, my initial thoughts... Where is this? That's a good question, you know? My initial thoughts were Adelaide Hills. But maybe the soil is a bit odd for there. But I can't think of coming up with anything better besides just going randomly in the middle of New South Wales, like on the foothills of the mountains, I guess. I guess it could be Wa as well, but kind of diabolical if we go Wa. My other guess would have been like near Cowra or Orange or something, I guess. But we'll try this, and we might lose here, potentially. It does end up just being Vic. That's going to be GG. Well played by our opponent. They kind of cooked, I can't lie. That's going to be a 19 rating down the drain. And yeah, I mean, pretty thinking rounds, but yeah, I mean, nothing. Like, the turkey, though, felt like, I don't know, I get Chorum here. I guess maybe the trees didn't feel as coastal. Sure. Alright. Well, I will do the matchmaking thing again, so I'll see you guys when I hop into queue. Alright, we're back into queue here. Yeah, looks like it's going to take a little bit, so I'll see you guys when I find an opponent. Alright, we get another game against Pyromaniac. Hopefully this one goes a little bit better for us, but we'll see. We get a Malaysia here, it looks like. Something about mainland feels off here, and it is 2025, so, like, do I want to risk it by going up Borneo? I can see it, personally. But the question is, do you go Kuching or, like, Kota Kinabalu? Or something like that. I think I'm going to hedge Kuching. Just in case, but... maybe Kota Kinabalu is a bit better, though. I don't see any distinct pulls here, which is the problem. I don't know why they're taking so long. I mean, maybe they're having the same thought as me. I'm gonna go Kota Kinabalu. Like, scared money don't make money. Am I right, guys? It's just gonna end up being mainland now that I've sent this, but we'll see. Something just feels weird for mainland. Nice. Take it. I don't know. That's an interesting guess. Like, I looked up this person in the meantime, and it looks like Bezo has accused them of scripting. So, I don't know. Bezo could be right. He could be wrong. What am I looking at here? Philippines, I guess. Yeah, I don't know where to guess, though. I guess you probably just go Luzon. It's very dry. And quite flat. So, yeah, we'll just be running this guess, and we'll see where Pyromaniac goes. I'm happy with the Kota Kinabalu guess, to be honest. We'll see. Okay, does it end up just being Luzon there? Yeah, I don't know. I'm quite interested about this player, but we'll see. I think I've had this location before. It was Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? Right? I think. I want to say yes. But I also don't know for a fact. And I don't really want to look for it. But I think we've had the Tulsa. I could just be looking for the Price Smart, I guess. Okay, we'll see where they go here, because, I mean, you can kind of tell, right? I mean, this is a reasonable guess. That's a reasonable guess. I mean, sure. It's really hard to say right now. Round 4, they do give me a GG, which is fair enough. I'll give them this back. I don't know. like, I feel like Bezo does make a lot of accusations, but sometimes they're right. So, can't be thinking about it too much, I guess. Anyway, let's focus on the game. We have palm trees here. Obviously, India. I kind of just want to go middle. We don't have any poles. So I will just be clicking here. Okay, was Tamil Nadu. Which is fair enough. That's going to be 379 points. We'll move into round 5. 1.5x damage now. In India again. You have a box car here. My first thought was a bit more north here, like UP somewhere, maybe even Haryana. I think I'm kind of want to just click here. Okay, it was just Maha. Fair enough. Nice guess by our opponent there. 2020. This could be the start of an unfortunate multi-merchant. We'll see what happens. Round 6, double damage. All right, US here. Thought Nevada was my first thought, but could be a couple of other things, right? Certainly. I don't know. I was thinking of looking here, but the mountains might be all on the wrong side for that. I don't know. I kind of thought somewhere here. I'm going to give it a try, but I'm not confident about it. He's giving me a question mark. I don't know. It looks weird. That's all. It was... Okay, well, we get the win off of that. I don't know what to say about this player, guys. Like, this guess... I don't know. Like, I could see you going Johor there, but... with hills like this, it's a little weird, I guess. I don't know. Like, should I be speculating here? This one, I just, like, I've had that one before. I mean, this is a reasonable guess. This is a reasonable guess. This is a reasonable guess. And so is this. Like, we had the boxcar, so, like, you're either in Maha or, like, one of these states up here. But this guess is... I don't know, man. Like, he's clicking very close to a very temperate rainforest, and he's... like, where's he clicked? Maybe his brain just, like, short-circuited, I guess? Well, I mean, you're, like, in the... I mean, maybe, but I don't understand this hedge, because if you're hedging for, like, it's never here. Clearly. I guess if you went, like, Spokane or something, that's pretty reasonable, but, like, where he's clicked there... I don't know, like, I can't call them a scripter because we've just won, but it's just so weird. And, like, I don't know, I tried to look for the game links that Bezo was talking about in which he had a scripter, but I don't think he sent the game link, so... yeah, hard to say. Anyway, I'm not going to speculate further. Like, I just think that we're quite fortunate to get a win there. I just think that guess is really weird, but it happens. All right, well, 1914 is where we end off today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode today. And yeah, we've got a few interesting games. Hopefully big things coming. I will decide if I want to record those 10 games that I have to play for the Open Major qualification. We'll see. I feel like I do play better off stream, so maybe it's a record like just the gameplay and then record a voiceover after. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what we do. Anyway, if you guys stayed till the end, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another GeoGuessr video. Peace.